Hello, today I'll be teaching you how to use for loops. For loops are pretty amazing. So let's get started. I'll insert a script into service script service because that's how you mostly use for loops. Use it in a service script or a local script. Well, you use it always in a server or local script. So first, let's define what is for. So for is basically means you repeat it for a number of times. So I can do for I equals 1 to 5. So it'll just repeat it from 1, it'll repeat it 5 times. The starting number is 1 and the ending number is 5. I will have the value of 1 and 5. So every time it loops, the number gets a bit bigger. Do that by adding 1. So you start at 1 and at 5, and you can add 1 every time it loops over and over again. So we can do print I. So if I run this, I open up output, it'll print me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What if I want to print 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? I can just do -1, and I can change this from 1 to 5. So start at 5, but end at 1, go -1. So let's run it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So what if we want to add a message at the end of this? We can do print Happy New Year or something. Happy New Year. If I run this, it'll print 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Happy New Year. But that prints instantly. What if you want to add a wait? So we can do wait 0 0.5 seconds. 5, 4, 1. Happy New Year. Okay, so that's pretty simple. What are some practical ways to use this? Um, there aren't really for loops. You don't really use this as much. Unless you're making like a countdown, like an intermission system. Other than that, it's pretty much useless. The next type of for loop is for I and V. So for I and V in pairs, this is meant for like looping through stuff, and I'll explain it. But first, if you have a folder and you have like a bunch of stuff inside it, say I have like one part, another part, another part. Say I have like 5 parts, and I want a script that changes them according, just changes them. It just changes them. I can just place all those parts in a folder, and then like I can name the folder to like parts. Go into the script, and I can do game.workspace.part parts get children. So that will basically get all the children inside of the folder. So it's just referencing all of that. So we can do V will be referencing all of these parts. So we can just do V dot, let's say color, or yeah, V dot color equals color 3 dot new um that. Oh, if I run this, it should turn, yeah. So it basically loops through every single one of them. So this just loops through every single one of the parts inside of this folder, and it changes the color to whatever you want. What are some practical ways you could use this? Well, say you have a frame, and you have like, you want to have a bunch of stuff displayed here. So you can just do, let's see, you can just add a local script. Well, even before that, we want to just put a button and we want to multiply the button, change its name according to um, you know, how many types of values there are. So we can just add a text button and we can just add a UI grid layout. So a UI grid layout basically just lays the buttons down. We can duplicate it and it'll just duplicate it nicely. I can't move them because they're supposed to be in orderly fashion. So I'll just access the local script. I'll create a table. Let's call the table, what should I call the table? Local food equals that. So inside the food, we can have, let's see, let's have, mm, food, let's go with burger. Burger will have a table. We can insert like a bunch of values. Burger equals, burger. Hold on. I don't know why it's giving me an error. Yeah, add the brackets, add the brackets. After that, we can just do burger. Let's set it a value of 2. Now we can add another one. Let's call it fries. And we can make it, put the commas there. We can name it fries, have it the value of 1. Now we can add like soda. It'll have a value of, let's see. So let's put the name first and let's do, have a value of 1 as well. Why not? Now we can loop through this table using for v. We don't need the first variable. We don't need I because it's pretty much useless in this case. So we can just replace it with the underscore and it looks much more advanced and fancier. So you can do for underscore v in pairs. We want to access this. We want to access this table, so we just do food. So basically gets everything in that. We can do print v. And we'll print out all of these tables. We have the burger table, the soda table, and we have the fries. And we have the value in another value inside of it. So after we can find out how to 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, you can just do you can just clone a button. We don't need any of these buttons right now, so we'll just delete 2 of them, put the remaining one in the UI grid layout. So we can just do local button equals script dot parent dot UI grid layout dot text button. Once you have the text button, you can just do button clone equals button clone. So we can change the button clone text to like button clone text equals v1. So that'll just basically give us the first value inside of this. Okay, so now that we have that, we also want to make the button clone's parent in the frame. We don't want it in the UI grid layout because it won't work then. It won't show up. So we want to do local button clone dot parent equals script dot parent. So if we hit play, it will give us it'll rename all of the buttons, burger, soda, fries. So that's basically one practical use for the four in pair loops is to loop through food, or not food, loop through tables, folders, and etc. They're pretty cool. Uh, Other than that, they're pretty useless. They're not useless. They look very advanced because they are not. They just look cool. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed and I hope you learned something about for loops in this video. They're the single most amazing thing that society has ever created. And yeah, for loops are cool. Thanks for watching.